So the suffering sometimes is needed because if you're standing in line, depending on your tolerance to that, you're going to suffer. Or if you're told no, there is a bit of suffering simply because you were told no. And because you might have wanted something and tried to get what you wanted. So you're self-imposing your own suffering. So now on the other side of this, there are those that would believe and do believe that that inner self, ego, if you will, or those emotions are self-destructive. Yes, they can be, and they can prove or that the opinion is that any negativity is bad and that everything should be diplomatically solved. In most cases, yes, I would agree. If you want to find the most productive way. Okay. That being said, to deny is in itself a self-imposed masochism. You're suffering and you're causing yourself pain, which, after all, isn't that what a masochist does? I'm not saying everybody that believes in that is, but to put it into reference, they give you a reference to draw from. And I'm sure there's some other psychological, analytical thing that somebody would enjoy doing on that, but that's not what I'm here for. I don't do psychological evaluations. I'm not a psychiatrist. But there is always going to be discomfort. Always. And however, there are ways to use this discomfort for productivity, solutions, at the risk of, yes, harm coming, discomfort. And what I mean by harm is that in any way, anything that is opposing causes harm. It will offend somebody. And in definition, to my understanding, to offend is to harm. And to harm is to offend, if I'm not mistaken. So, now, dark side, our inner, our emotions, all of our negative stuff, our anger, resentments, jealousy, envy, frustration, sadness, disappointment, and anything else, hiding, all of that. Self-imposed suffering.
Makes it, well, it makes them stronger
Does it?
eventually.
Yeah. It's knowing how to
Doesn't it?
use them. It can, but it's knowing how to use it, how to make it productive for yourself. If there's a problem and you're angry about it, anger is part of our darker selves, right? Part of our more basic our more basic self? Anger? Let's look back to the Neanderthal. Okay. How do you think those guys beat the crap out of each other with clubs and spears? Through anger, right? But what if someone needed to be angry enough out of the necessity and essentially to eat? And the only way to be able to eat was to get determined enough and get angry enough because you were starving to go find something to eat that could have potentially killed you. It's making it work for you. Yes, it does make you stronger. Anger is based on fear. The fear of a threat. So when we're using it as a productive means, we're using it to be productive, to focus it through our intent. Now, there's two intents here. The intentions can have different ways to be applied. One can be malicious, which is the common in the Jedi community, is the malicious, distorted, of speaking badly about everybody else, being negative, seeking power for your own gains, trying to make somebody else submit. All of those things like that. The seek of power.